figure. British Prime Minister Boris Johnson pledging to abide by the will of the British people and leave the European Union on October 31st. Johnson fighting the British establishment who aim to keep the popular will of the British people from being realised. You see, it's all about the elites in the UK. Johnson's predecessor, Theresa May, did all she could to kill Brexit herself. Even Johnson's Conservative Party now is split on whether or not to uphold the public will as expressed in a referendum, the Brexit referendum. Now, Prime Minister Johnson faces even more opposition in delivering on his promise on Brexit. Fox Senior Foreign Affairs correspondent Amy Kellogg with the latest from London.
British Prime Minister Boris Johnson calling for a new general election after Parliament wrests control of the Brexit process in order to prevent Britain crashing out of the European Union on October 31st.
Boris Johnson lost his working majority Tuesday when one of his MPs switched sides. Some other Conservatives declared their intention to vote to prevent their Prime Minister leaving the EU without a deal in place. Johnson warned if Parliament clipped his wings, he would have to send Brits more divided than ever back to the ballot.
We don't want an election. We want to get the deal done. And the best way, Mr. Speaker, to get a deal is to support the government.
Johnson claimed any attempt to block a no-deal Brexit would hurt his ongoing efforts to get 11th-hour concessions from the EU for a divorce deal. And he threatened to chuck those voting against him out of the Conservative Party. And the Prime Minister accused those who would beg Brussels for a further extension to the Brexit deadline of surrendering.
If anything, it is a no-deal exit that would mean surrendering our industry, our jobs, surrendering our standards and protections in a trade deal with Donald Trump and the United States.
Boris Johnson has been saying all along it's incumbent upon him to deliver on the results of that referendum 3.5 years ago and leave the EU by the end of October, even if that would be without a neat divorce deal. Now he says it's up to the British people to decide who they want to send back to Brussels to have another go at negotiations. But 2/3 of Parliament must sign off on his call for a new general election. Lou.
Amy, thank you. What a mess. Amy Kellogg.